Today we're going to compare bass drums of different depths, different diameters, different brands, and different heads. And we're going to do this here on Random Music Lesson. In person, I like the blue Pearl Export series better than the red Pearl Forum series. Has more punch in the low end. They're both the same diameter bass drum, 22 inch, but the blue is 17 inches deep, whereas the red one is only 16 inches deep. So I'm voting for the blue set. And I was suspecting that, because when I hear myself play on this one, I'm not hearing the bass drum. There's no punch to it. The blue set is very dirty and has some rust, which I'll clean with steel wool, and will remove all of these heads. Once I take the rim off and look at this bearing edge, look how disgusting that is. Every one of these drums is like that. Over the years, they really got caked up with God knows what, lint, dust, dirt, grit, and all of that affects the drum. So I clean the bearing edge just with a damp paper towel to get the dirt off. Nothing harsh. Steel wool on the rims brings the chrome back to life. And then we'll reassemble it with brand new heads. What a difference. All the drums have been cleaned, brand new heads on everything, and we'll give it a run through. Compare this 22-inch Pearl Export, this blue set, we're going to compare to a white 24-inch Ludwig bass drum. I'm excited because I know all of my idols when I was growing up played Ludwig. I didn't feel like there were any other drums. Van Halen, Bad Company, Led Zeppelin, all their drummers played Ludwig. All right, Jethro Tull, it went on and on. But I never owned Ludwig in a 24-inch, so I'm excited to see. Kind of blowing me away how awesome it is, and I didn't even mute it or anything yet, and there's no front head, so in theory it shouldn't have as much power. But let's adjusted the head and I put a blanket in there. 24-inch white Ludwig, even with no front head, sounds punchier and bassier than the blue 22-inch Pearl Export. So this old head that's on here is a Remo Weather King Control Sound. That's what that dot is. But that's it. There's no other dampening or anything like that. I want to take it off and replace it with that Remo Power Stroke 3 that has some dampening and is brand new. Hear how it's more muffled already than this one. That's just a mess. Okay, so they all have washers now in between the T-rod and the threads here. Right now I tightened it a little tighter than I normally would because I want to seat the head and also let it stretch a little. Okay, but I think that will be good. Okay, so now I got rid of that old crappy head that was on here, and there's a brand new Remo Power Stroke 3 with a controlled sound dot. No muffling yet. Let's try it. Bubble wrap came in the box that the head was shipped in. So we'll try it. From Steve-O on Facebook Marketplace. What a beautiful head that is, huh? For muffling now, I'm using part of a felt ring on the batter side, and I have part of a non-skid pad tucked into the front head. The feel of the bass drum through the bass drum pedal is much more natural when that front head is on. It was kind of out of control when there was no front head. We'll give one final listen with the tap test on the heads. Now let's add an Aquarian Studio ring.